is a lifestyle. Sports cards and we live now. Jeremy Lee in the building and every guest that you ever needed. Sports cards after hours keep the hobby heated. Updates, hobby talk like you never seen it. Sports cards live and none could ever beat it. Sports cards is a lifestyle. Sports cards and we live now. Welcome to another episode of Sports Cards Live with your host, Jeremy Lee.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of MC Mondays Live here on Monday, May the 20th, 2024. This is the MC Mondays showcase auction, high-value items, high-end items. We're very excited for tonight's show. 39 killer lots going off on the MC Sports Cards eBay store tonight. First one goes off in about 9 minutes. Let's bring out our co-host, the crystal ball, Mr. Michael Hathaway. He loves that. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good, Jeremy. How are you?
I am doing good. We've got a good show, as I mentioned, and I want to say hello to everybody who's with us now on Instagram. Welcome to the show. Feel free to hop over to YouTube where we can actually incorporate your comments and questions into the chat. Hello to everybody watching on X, or formerly Twitter. Glad to have you. And of course, the YouTube crew as well. Michael, we're in the playoffs, the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs. There's some exciting things happening right now. You know, in your mind, Michael, the Pacers, the Timberwolves, both advanced to their conference finals. We've got the Edmonton Oilers facing off against the Canucks for Game 7 tonight. That's Connor McDavid, hobby favorite. Game 7 starts like pretty quick here. What do you think of all these exciting players, hobby players, at exciting times in their professional seasons here, the playoffs moving forward? I love it. What about you?
I mean, obviously, right, we've been saying it for the past 2-3 years. Like, McDavid needs a cup, you know, to really get up there in that. Because, listen, he's a scoring machine. He's an incredible player. But you talk about really leaving a legacy. And, you know, at this point, that's really the only mark that he has against him. So, you know, if they can win this Game 7, get a little further. And then on the basketball side of things, obviously, for Luka to win a series and get to the Western Conference Finals, huge. Anthony Edwards having an incredible, you know, not only an end to the season, but then to carry that on into the postseason, not miss a beat. You know, Halliburton really showing that, hey, he's not just a you know, kind of regular season stat stuffer, but instead is really a gamer and really took it to Knicks. I mean, that was a very close series. So I think it's great. And then, I mean, even you go over to the baseball side of things, Ohtani, after having Tommy John surgery, and everyone thought, oh, you know, he's just going to be kind of middling DH. He's the best player in baseball while only hitting. I mean, it's incredible, right? And Mookie Betts is at age 32 now major league shortstop, right? I think it's good. I think it, you know, listen, is it going to push up auction prices? Probably. But I think beyond that, like, it gets people excited. Like, it's easier to get excited about, hey, I really love Luka. I want to collect him when he's winning, when he's doing well, and he's making these deep playoff runs. So I think overall it's good. And I think that there are some guys who are definitely going to see an impact in the price. You know, that Anthony Edwards flawless RPA that we have up, that's definitely going to perform stronger now than if they'd gotten shelled out by the Nuggets. And I think to a lesser extent, maybe that Luka contenders, but I think it's just good. I think it's good because everybody gets excited. And that's really what counts here is, you know, we're in it for the hobby. We're having fun, collecting players that we love. And yeah, if we make some money, that's pretty fun too. But
yeah. And I mean, if you own cards of players who are advancing and are successful in the playoffs, it does, like you said, it makes it more fun as a hobbyist, as a collector, as someone who owns sports cards. Now, if you are holding Nathan McKinnon cards, who recently was eliminated with the Colorado Avalanche, or you are holding, you know, Jalen Brunson or Nikola Jokic, you know, like these guys, there's a Brunson card coming up here, third auction of the night. Now, the nice thing is that these actually present opportunities because, like I always say, the best time to be in the hobby is right before a season starts because every player on every team has hope. All the prospects are still prospects. No one's been hurt yet. So maybe for guys who've been eliminated, like a Jokic, like a Brunson, like a McKinnon, other players, now might be a better time to buy. Well, a good time to buy because you might actually have a savings based on if you bought them while their season was still going, as recent as last week, let's say. So while it's exciting for players who are still going, there could be opportunities for players whose seasons have come to an end, and you have to be able to hold on to them through the off season, hoping that, if it is a player, if it is just a flip for you or a money-making venture, then, you might want to wait until the excitement is back, whether it's the beginning of the season or the beginning of, or early in next year's playoffs, or when the player goes on an individual stat run. That can always be great as well. But if you are looking to buy and hold long-term, you're better off buying someone like Jalen Brunson, Nikola Jokic, Nathan McKinnon now, because there's none of that, oh my gosh, they might make it to the next round, they might win the championship hobby love coming their way.
Yeah, and I think we've got actually the first card tonight is a great example of that. Chet, rookie, flawless, platinum 1/1 auto. Chet had a little bit of that rookie of the year thunder stolen with, he gets hurt, what would have been his rookie year. Victor Wembanyama comes in, takes all the thunder. How can you compete with a talent like that in rookie of the year? The Thunder make a good, respectable run, but get stopped. Chet had a great year, really exciting young player. And so there's going to be some people who just have kind of checked out, tuned out of what Chet was doing for the past maybe 3-4 months. And now that they're out of the playoffs, there's not even that angle. So you might be able to swing and get this for, kind of a 30-40% discount, maybe even, just a 10% discount on a card like that is a pretty nice discount to get. So I think it's a great opportunity in terms of go against the grain a little bit, understand where other people are putting their money and look at, are there opportunities in the places that are not? And again, right, even if it is just a short-term flip, or if you're somebody who's building a PC, because the other thing is I always like to point out, even if you're just collecting, it's great to get things cheap, because then you have positive card equity when you go to trade into a bigger card that wasn't available before, because now you have that wiggle room, you have that ability to swing for a bigger card. It's even if you're just in it for the love of collecting, try to get positive card equity when you can, right?
Yeah, exactly. The challenge is it's a psychological thing. It's harder, at least speaking for myself, I think for others, it's harder to buy cards when they're down a little bit than when they're on their way up. Psychologically, we as humans, I think we're just not conditioned to make the best decisions all the time. You have to really have some stones to be able to buy a card of a player right when he gets injured, or right when his team is eliminated from the postseason, right? It's tough to do that, don't you think?
Yeah, and who we got a shout out for this is Brent Wire, deep value. Who literally Trout will blow out his knee, and then next week he will go and buy a Bowman Chrome Gold. He has that long-term view, and there are a lot of people like that who have the ability to stomach it and say, I love these cards, I love this player. I might feel bad about this for 3-4 months, but that's fine. I'm going to look at the card and be happy. And time usually shows that those kind of decisions are the right ones.
Yeah, you got to have the patience for it. Jacob Dahl, welcome as always. Orlando from A Collector's Dream is here. Good to see you, sir. Todd McDonald, good evening. B-Babe is here, everybody. And Tip of the Mitt, hello to you. Let's get into it, Mr. Michael Hathaway. We've already talked about it, but this is the 2022 Chet Holmgren, flawless rookie auto platinum, 1/1. Gorgeous autograph, by the way. Look at that thing laid down just beautifully. There's the scripted 1/1. Nice picture of Chet. Interesting picture. But this is the flawless is a beautiful card. Year in, year out. $8,500, 62 bids, 30 seconds to go here, Michael. Any final thoughts on this one as the clock ticks down?
Yeah, honestly, this is a little higher than I would have thought. I literally just said, people weren't super interested in Chet, but I think you got a couple guys who had that long-term view who are really duking it out. But this has to be in that upper tier of Chet cards. So we'll see where it goes, but I'm pretty thrilled with this right now.
All right, well, final 6 seconds here, everybody. We're at $8,500. Will we see any further action? Final opportunity. And the Chet 101 is going to sell to the 63rd bidder for $8,500. That is going to bring us to a 1997 Skybox Z-Force Super Rave. Out of 50, only 50 copies. This Tim Duncan, it's a pop one, PSA 9. Super Raves, very popular cards. There's the serial number at the bottom. It's hard to see the 50, but you can see it, number 32 of 50. There it is, Michael. Super Raves, awesome cards. Skybox Z-Force, a great brand. Michael, how do you like this? We're at $5,500 here, 52 bids, a minute 20 left. What do you think of this card when you look at this one in hand?
Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, this is just kind of like that big bombastic 90s design trend. The foil on these is really fun. Like, I do enjoy that it was you already have such kind of a noisy card design that they didn't go overboard. Instead, it was just that little touch of foil, I think really makes it pop. Pretty big card for Duncan, because obviously, in addition to being one of those key inserts, like rookie year Duncan, right? So it is this nice collision where if you're a Duncan guy, like you have the best of both worlds. I mean, your wallet feels it hurts, but not only do you get to collect some of the best inserts of the 90s, they're all Duncan rookies. This is doing pretty well. A BGS, I think a 9. BGS 8 sold for 5,600. So you'd expect that we get a little bit higher here, kind of right around 6K would be my guess. But a really cool piece. And I mean, you see it right there, Pop 1 and PSA 9. I think there's 2 higher. So if you're a Duncan guy, or if you're just building out Super Raves, like this is a really big one.
Yeah, I mean, if a BGS 8 did 5,600, a PSA 9 should, I would think, do even more. But let's see what's going to happen here. 8 seconds. We're about to find out where this bad boy ends. There's a bid to 5,600.21. Final call. 78.50 does get in there. Mr. Michael Hathaway. I'll call myself the crystal ball on that one. I was going to say about 8K. Looks like I was bang on, at least in my head. Everybody, I'd like to announce Wormdog Cards is the new sensation, and he has joined us in the chat, Mr. Wormdog Cards. All right, let's move on, Michael, to the next item. We've got the Jalen Brunson 2018 National Treasures RPA. This is the true one out of 99, 38 and 99. It is a BGS 9.5. Let's look at the subgrades. They're all 9.5s with centering, in my mind, the least important, coming in at a 9. I say least important on these modern cars because there's no border anyway. This thing is awesome. Great looking 3-color patch, perfect auto. And we've got a bit of a color match between the color of the patch and the color of the card, the ink on the auto. Nice card, Michael. Why don't you tell us a few things about it?
Yeah, so first off, nice 3-color patch, big swatch of mesh there in the center. Really nice thing to note here is the size of the autos. So Brunson, for some of his cards, he just signed, and it's his regular autograph, but very compressed, like very small. So you'll see, and we sold 1 or 2 Brunson NTs over the past few weeks in kind of that lead up to the playoffs. So you would see some that have an auto this big and then some that have an auto this big. Just kind of the way the cookie crumbled. So to get a full auto on this is nice. They're out of the playoffs, which sucks, but that trade to New York has really opened up something for Brunson. Like, he's back in his hometown playing in Madison Square Garden. Like, that does something for you. And he's really turned on the afterburners and played great, kind of going down the stretch. So I think a lot of people, even though they're out of the playoffs, now you're thinking, can you do this all year next year? Like, that's an exciting prospect to think about.
Well, I think exactly. That's what we were talking about earlier, guys. We have 6 seconds left, $8,000, 32 bids. Will we see bid 33 or 34? Final opportunity. This thing is going to sell, it looks like, for $8,000 to bidder number 32. And here we have our second Duncan of the evening, 1997 Topps Finest, the gold embossed refractor. It's a rookie, only 74 copies of this card. I know the Jordan from this set is an absolute beast in the collector community. This one is 20. Hey, look at this. It's 23 of 74. That happens to be Jordan's number. There's a serial right there on the bottom of the card. The backs are cool too. They also have that refractor look going here. BGS 9. We got 9.5 centering and surface. Edges are 9, corners 8.5. Great looking card in person if you can move it under the light. Michael, we're at $2,805 with about a minute left. Tell us your thoughts on this beautiful piece.
This is crazy. This is a really cool card. So Pop 5 with only 6 higher. And I mean, these are pretty tough grades for any of the cards in this subset, but the Duncan is especially difficult because of how crazy like that die cut pattern up top is. These do kind of high 3s, like touching the 4s, depending on the subs, or if it just has really nice eye appeal without a lot of greening. I think we're sitting low here. I think we definitely go like 3,500 as a floor. I wouldn't be surprised if we crack, 4K, like just barely. just because one hasn't sold in just about a year. So, I mean, again, right, this is a really popular set because it's a great checklist. That Jordan at the top of it is an absolutely massive card. And again, key Duncan rookie here. So,
well, we got 13 seconds now. We're at 28:05. We saw a PSA 9 sell for $37.50 not too long ago. Snipers on the scene, everybody. There they go. They're getting close. They pull the trigger to 28:55. Final second. 33:38 just gets in there, Michael, right as the clock was about to tick down. 3,338 on the Duncan Finest Golden Boss Refractor. Next up, Kawhi Leonard, his 2012 Gold Standard RPA Black 1/1 BGS Mint Condition 9. We've got a nice 3-color patch right there. On-card auto, looking pretty good. A little streaky right about there, but otherwise beautiful. This is graded a BGS 9, as mentioned. Centering coming in 10, edges and surface 295s with corners an 8.5. And on the back, we do see the autograph does grade out a 9. That might be because of that streak that I had mentioned. We're at $4,050. Already 76 bids on this one, Michael. Just over a minute left. Kawhi Leonard, what do you think of this piece?
Really cool piece. Kind of an oddball card, right? You know, Gold Standard is not necessarily the most premium brand or one that you think of for top flight RPAs, but it's a true black 101. It's a very nice patch for a 101, considering kind of the odd patch window. Auto is clean. It's a 9 auto, right? There's some lifting, but it looks really nice, and the gold looks gorgeous. And, you know, Kawhi's a guy who sometimes flies under the radar. So like you said, I think that this is at the top of the show. This is one where if you're serious about having a long-term mentality, he's one of the greatest players of his generation. Just that sometimes he flies under the radar. So this card was sitting at $400 this morning. There's just been a bidding war going for the last like 2 hours. So we're going to see where it lands.
Well, I'm just looking at some notes here, and I see that in 2021, this card sold for $14,400, guys. You're saving 10 grand by waiting a few years. 5 seconds left. 6,200 just gets bid. Let's see if there's any more action. 6,200 is going to do it on that one. Big jump, 50% jump in the final few seconds. Oh my goodness. Look at this beauty, guys. If you don't know 90s basketball, then let me tell you, this is one of the most special cards from the era. 1997 Skybox Premium Star Rubies, Tim Duncan, rookie card, PSA 9 mint condition, numbered 42 of 50, pop 2. Michael, this is a spectacular card, and this is one that if you hold this under the light and move it around, these little amoeba-like characters dance right in front of your eyes. Absolutely a stunning piece. We're at $8,711. Michael, you know, is this, in your opinion, one of Duncan's best overall cards from the era?
I would say so. The one thing is that this is his second card in the set. So he has the more famous one where he's, you know, kind of mid-shot, mid-block. But this is gorgeous. I mean, to have a little bit of a contrarian take, I think that some Star Rubies just look better. Oh, yes, Sasha P won the Kawhi. That's right. He was asking about it a little earlier.
He needed one.
He
Congratulations, Sasha.
And this is a card that is like so gorgeous on a light, and just when I say, you know, you need to see one of these in person to really get like why people chase Star Rubies so much. You really do. This thing is gorgeous. And I mean, it's actually doing really strong. The BGS 8.5 did 4,600. So, I mean, we're coming close to twice that. And we got 18 seconds left to go. I think we could see a little bit more action.
Well, let's see what's going to happen here. It's a special card. There's no doubt about it. Special player, gets some hobby love, despite the tempered personality he's got. Final 3 seconds here, 87.11. Will we see the 53rd bid? Let's let it turn over here for us. 87.11 is going to be where it finishes off. Great card. So far, I think that's my favorite card of the night. All right, let's go to a Luka. Michael, Luka is making his way through the playoff tournament here at the end of the season. This is his 2018 Contenders Optic Rookie Ticket Red Prism Auto, numbered out of 149. It's a BGS 9.5 with a 10 autograph. Subgrades were edges leading the way at a 10, centering and surface 9.5, corners are a 9. Let's look at the card itself. Beautiful, beautiful looking card. Amazing autograph. That ink is just layered on there perfectly. I do really like the looks of this card. There's the serial right there on his knee, 105 of 149. Don't forget, he is from Slovenia. Michael, great looking card overall. What are your thoughts on this piece?
Like pure aesthetics, this is, like, in my opinion, Luka's best looking rookie card. That full length action shot, the way they use it, just the way that he's coming into the net, like it all works. And then the auto is great. Nice prism. This thing is great. These are really cool. It is a little bit of a high pop card, even though it's a 9.5, it's a pop 50. Now we're doing pretty close here. 4,300 was the last sale a couple months ago. Again, right, like we were saying, that playoff push can definitely make a little bit of action happen. But given that, you know, we're already deep into the playoffs, I think that we've already seen most of that we would see. So maybe we get a little bit of a bump here, like 4,500 at the end. But I think this is within that 10% range of last comp. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, now he's making his way through the playoffs. We could see a bit more action. There's that more action. 4,605 now. 2 seconds left. 4,605 is going to do it. We get that jump, and I'm not surprised. He is playing really well right now. All right, guys. Next up is a 1997 Fleer Ultra Stars Kobe Bryant PSA 10. These cards are absolutely beautiful, both in the Stars version and the Gold version. This is the Ultra Stars version. Again, PSA 10, 3,550. And this is his second year, right? Not his first year card.
Yeah, this is his second year.
Yeah, so an amazing piece. Do we have the population handy on this?
15.
Pop 50?
Yep, 15, 15.
15. Pop 50. That's right. Pop 15 on this, you guys. Only 15 people get to own this Kobe card in a PSA Gem Mint holder. Michael, over to you. Tell us what it is you love about these cards.
Yeah, I mean, they're gorgeous. I mean, you have one of these for your Shaq collection. I mean, you know, when you get these cards under the light, they look absolutely stunning. And it really is special because it's not a straight refractor. It's not a straight foil. It's kind of this in-between optical look, and it's just awesome. Combine the fact that Kobe gets one of the better photos in the set, and these are really condition sensitive. That surface looks great, but it's really sensitive to any chipping, any surface wear. So it means right there, right? Pop 15, PSA 10. The last one did a little over 7,000, and people really do shell out for this set.
They really do. We've got 30 seconds left. We're at 3,550, 39 bids. I don't know if you guys can see my little smile, but here's the Shaq version of it. This is the gold version, so you can imagine just how shiny the Kobe will be here. There you go. Look at that. Just a stunning card. That's what you can somewhat expect here. This is the silver version. 5,100 now is bid. 5 seconds to go. Will we see more action? Final opportunity here right now. 40 bids. 5,100. The crystal ball is snickering a little bit. You were hoping for a bit more?
I thought that we would clear 6. Like, I really did. But, you know, it happens, right? It's an auction. Sometimes things fall a little flat.
All right, well, let's keep on going, guys. Jalen Brunson, again, we're seeing him for the second time now tonight. This is his 2018 Contenders Rookie Gold Vinyl Auto White Box, 1 of 1 from Optic. It is graded PSA Authentic, 1 of 1. Autograph looks really nice there. He does have a little streak in his auto, but nothing serious at all. I love the gold vinyls. They're just beautiful. There's the back of the card for your interest. Michael, we're sitting at $2,025, 40 bids. Do you have any comp info on this particular copy? Have we seen this sell before?
Yeah, it's actually sold twice in the past couple months. I actually was bidding on it in December when it was on auction because I was like, oh, Brunson's been playing all right. Like, that seems a little cheap. So in December, it sold for like $800. And then in February, it sold for $2,000 because he was starting to, you know, really turn it up. I think we go a little bit above that $2,000 comp rate. Obviously, we're above that right now, but got knocked out of the playoffs, loses a little bit of steam. It's a cool card. It's a white box 101, which might throw a couple people off, but it still looks stunning, still really nice, and it is still technically a Panini issued 101. I think we get maybe 2 or 3 more bids here. Just somebody who wants a cool Brunson to add in, and enjoys a 101, even if it's a white box 101. So I think maybe like 2,200 is what I would say. Gut feeling.
Well, let's see where we go. Final 7 seconds now. We're still at $2,025. Final opportunity. There's action at 2184. 2184 and bid number 41 is going to take it home. Let's say a quick hello to Luke at Bleecker Street Cards. What's going on, Luke? Thanks for being here. Hitman's Kid, thank you also for jumping in. Good to see you here on the show. All right, Michael, next up, Carlos Alcaraz, PSA 9 Net Pro Limitless Rookie Match Worn Relic Auto, numbered out of 100. It's a PSA 9. And this is, it doesn't have, I'll say for a small auto, it's actually pretty cool. With the C and the A on top, I like the artistic nature of the autograph. The interesting thing about this picture, he's holding the racket, but the jersey window is right where that racket head would be, numbered 70 of 100. I mean, this guy's been on a run. What do you think of this card, Michael? How do you like tennis cards right now?
I actually love tennis cards. I think the only knock against him is you just had such inconsistent production over the years. And most of the ace cards are sticker autos. So that kind of kills the joy a little bit. You have to wait for like every now and again when Topps put Rafael Nadal or Federer into Allen and Ginter. But I think tennis is a really cool sport because you can buy some all-time grades for relatively good prices, right? We had the Roger Federer dual patch RPA sell for like 17,000. I mean, it's his only RPA. It was numbered out of 25, 17,000. Like, that's incredible. This is a great card. Match worn patch, on card auto, numbered to 100, clean design for one of the best young stars in tennis. Like, this is a really great card if you're a tennis guy. These do kind of 3,000 to 5,000, depending on if people are excited about Alcaraz. If it's a nice patch, just kind of who's bidding on that day. So we're pretty good, but I could see this maybe going off. Who knows?
Well, final 3 seconds, 36:05. It looks like it might end right there. Let's have a scroll down and see. 36:05 on bid number 33 takes home the Alcaraz. Next up, none other than Anthony Edwards of your Minnesota Timberwolves. This is his 2020 Select Rookie Black White Shimmer Gold, 1 of 1, PSA 8, 1 of 1. Just to say that again, Michael, shimmers often do. We've seen some shimmers go crazy. We just saw the Wembanyama Black Shimmer 101 sell for over $500,000 on PWCC a few weeks ago. This isn't the Black Shimmer 101 Wembanyama, but this is the Black White Gold Shimmer 101 Anthony Edwards. I don't know. He might be one of the hottest players in the hobby right now. We're at $6,200, 46 bids, just over a minute left. Michael, let's talk about the Ant. We know the Ant-Man, what he's been up to. Tell us about this card, what you think about it, and anything about him and the T-Wolves.
Yeah, really cool. I mean, listen, Anthony has had just such a great trajectory over the last few years, turns into probably the best player in his draft class, putting together a really great resume from a fairly young age, and has really kind of turned it up this year, especially. Hobbies loved him since he came out, and he's panned out really well. And then this card is interesting. So this specific card has never surfaced. We got this from Consigner, who was an Anthony Edwards fan pretty early on, and so he kind of built up a little stash. And yeah, really cool to see it hit the market at like the perfect time. And I will say the courtside version of this, which is PSA 9 also, so it's Black, White, Gold Shimmer, that sold for $12,000, then $14,000 back to back. Like, the person who bought it sold it right away. So I don't think we'll get to 14, but I could see us going a little higher, like 8 or something.
Sniper on board. He's pulling the trigger over and over. 7,650. Looks like that's going to take it home. The bids came in. The Sniper meant business. Nice, Edwards. Congrats to the new owner of that card. But we're going to move on here. We're going to move on to the 2004. This is the second year LeBron James Bowman Chrome Gold Refractor 45 of 50 BGS 9.5. This is a true gem plus, everybody. 395s with surface coming in at a 10. Michael, I'm a big fan of these cards. Gold refractor out of 50. Second year LeBron. Is this not a big deal? Tell me why it's only 46.50.
It's Bowman. It's Bowman Chrome, which, listen, honestly, I think Topps did a great job with all the Bowman Chrome designs for basketball in that early to mid 2000 era. But it just never caught on in the same way that obviously Topps Chrome did. But this card is gorgeous. I really love the photo that they chose, both of his second year cards. The Topps Chrome is a gorgeous photo, and this is also a great action shot. And we did sell the second year Topps Chrome gold a few weeks ago. So this card has had a trajectory. The last time a gem mint copy sold publicly was the PSA 10 copy in 2013 for $130. Then went all the way up to a PSA 9, did like 25,000. And then a PSA 8 just sold. Yeah, PSA 8 just did 2,600 last week. So it's been all up and down. This is a pretty cool card. I think this is a pretty good number for it. I could see it going higher, kind of like the 5,500 range, but this is for a seasoned LeBron collector picking this up, and there are plenty of those, and they might get the elbows out.
Well, let's see. We got 6 seconds or 4,750, 39 bids. Final opportunity. There's a big jump to 66.23, and that's going to take it home. 6,623. I don't know why the Bowman Chrome gold refractors don't do as well as the Topps ones do. That's just a beautiful card as well, and I think you can get some value that way. Okay, next up, PSA 10. This is a gem mint copy of the 87 Fleer Dale Ellis. You might ask yourselves, Dale Ellis, well, this is the 4th lowest pop in the set for people working on a full PSA 10 set of the 87 Fleer basketball set. Michael, Dale Ellis, tell us a bit about this. Tell us a bit about the pop and any comp information you might have on it.
Yeah, so the last one of these to sell publicly did 4,000, and they don't trade hands super often. That sale was a couple years ago. Pop 10 in PSA 10, and this is a really popular set for people to build, right? Second year Fleer, a lot of great players in that checklist. And as a result, when you get into these cards, I mean, it's the same thing as, right, Johnny Moore in 86 Fleer. Everybody knows about Johnny Moore. Ed Matthews. You get into these cards where even if the player is decent, because of the pop, they just command crazy numbers. And so with this, my understanding is that the double numbers, so like the 11, 22, 33, those cards were placed on an edge of the sheet. And as a result, that's why they tend to be on the lower side of the pop. I've never seen an uncut sheet, so I don't know if that's actually true. I might be lying. But that's what I've been told in the past. So really cool. I mean, this is a couple set builders are just going to decide what they can stomach on paying for a PSA 10 common from the set. And the answer is over $4,500. Do we get to 5K? Honestly, maybe, but I love cards like this where it's weird and it's valuable because of the set and people who are really just chasing that joy of collecting.
Exactly. I'm trying to find the pop for the Jordan from this set. Big jump to 78. 2 jumps. This thing sells for a hair under 8,300. Set collector's dream, seller's dream as well. Unbelievable. Congratulations. Somebody, or more, I guess 2 people at least, really needed this for their set. One person's coming away with it, and that guy is quite pleased right now. Congratulations. Very cool. I was on the PSA site trying to find the population of the Jordan just to get that as a comparison, but I haven't scrolled by it yet. I don't know what number he is in the set, so I keep on looking, but it's not jumping out at me. So we will move on. But what a fun auction that was. 2 big jumps on the back end. And here's one that I'm watching on my own watch list on eBay because I love the number 53 Babe Ruth from 33 Goudey, 1933 Goudey. This is a PSA 1, you guys. But look at that image. It is bright. The registration is absolutely brilliant. Nice color. Obviously, it's got some wear. It's got some corner issues, some rounding. But this is really nice for a 1, actually, in my opinion, Michael. We're at $8,377. Michael, tell us what you think.
Yeah, so the real issue is if you go in the back, go to the top, there's some paper loss. And that's really what plummeted the technical grade. But like you said, I mean, you look at the IPL on the front, and outside of the paper loss, the back looks really nice also. Very clean, not a lot of creasing. And this IPL up front is fantastic. I think that this is one where, somebody who, because listen, this is doing quite strong for a 1, so it's not even like you're getting a super crazy deal. I think this is somebody who's going to think about, what do I look for in a vintage card? What matters to me in terms of balancing technical grade, my actual gauging of the condition of the card in the IPL, and they're going to pay for it, and they're paying well above a 1, but I think they're getting a good deal for a gorgeous card.
And it's going to sell for a final bid of $8,677. Love that card. To me, a top 5 most iconic card in the hobby. Next up, another card that might be considered a top 5 most iconic baseball card of the 90s anyway. We got a 93 Topps Finest Ken Griffey Jr. Refractor PSA 9. I believe, Michael, that this is the first year of refractors in baseball, making this a very popular card, a very, very sought after card. Worth $3,750 with just over a minute left, 22 bids. Michael, before I hand it off to you, I want to very quickly say that Charles Crafts at MC Sports resetting the market again. And Luke says he was the underbidder on the yellow Babe Ruth. Michael, over to you on this Griffey, please. Good to see
Charles here. Good to see Luke here. This card is gorgeous. So this is the first year Topps Finest, first year of refractors in baseball. And they really started with a great looking set, great checklist. So many of the legends that we really love from that era and from the 80s as well. Given that it's a Griffey and it's a little bit harder to find. I mean, these were tougher to pull back in the day. I mean, refractors nowadays are a little bit passe, but back in the day, they were pretty tough to hit. This is a pop 116 with only 49 PSA 10s. So the pop curve definitely drops off. And these things are just gorgeous. Like, they really are absolutely stunning in person. And that really drives the value, combined with kind of the historical importance in terms of first refractor in baseball. These typically do kind of right around like that 4 to 4,500 range, just depending on the eye appeal and if there's anything noticeably wrong. This is a really lovely copy. So I think it does maybe like 42 would be my guess.
39 now, 3 seconds to go. 4,077 is bid. The crystal ball is shining tonight. 25 bids, 4,077. Congratulations all around on that one. That's going to bring us to Corbin Carroll, 2019 Bowman Chrome Draft Orange Refractor Auto, numbered out of 25 copies only, BGS 9.5. Right there, the auto is a 10. Perfectly laid down autograph. Card looks very nice. 9.5 with corners coming in at a 9. Everything else 9.5s. Great looking copy, Michael. Tell us your thoughts on Corbin Carroll and this particular card, please.
So this is cheap right now. The last 9.5 did 3,300, and there was a PSA 9, and that was in October. A PSA 9 did like 4K a couple weeks ago. Corbin's had kind of an up and down season, so I could understand why maybe some people might be wanting to sit this out on the sidelines. But I mean, he's one of the most promising young players in the league. Incredible on the base paths. Really fantastic personality, just face the Diamondbacks and kind of becoming one of those faces of the league. Ton of power and just a really promising young player. Bit of a hobby favorite. So again, I'm a little shocked that this is sitting low. I think that there are definitely going to be some people who might see that and jump on it. I mean, this is, he hasn't been hitting great the last like 2 weeks, but he's playing.
That's
really
what we
well
were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
That's an opportunity, right?
Yeah. So I guess now it's just a question of, how much do people really want to put into that opportunity? And I think somebody's going to get a deal here. Or
we got 17 seconds.
Dukes it out. I said, or everybody dukes it out,
Yeah. All right, guys, 10 seconds left. We just had a bid come in. We're now at $1,988, 58 bids, 6 seconds to go. Corbin Carroll, is he going to turn it around? Will the bid drive up? It will, to $2,605.55. So a nice jump on the very end of that one. That's going to bring us to our second gold refractor of the night. This is 2005 Topps Finest Kobe Bryant PSA 10, Michael. This is a pop 10, only 39 copies produced. That is low, Michael. That is a very small number. 62 bids, minute and a half left, $5,500. Michael, I mean, it's like a ninth year card for him. Tell us your thoughts on this piece. I love it.
Yeah, this is a really popular set. People just love building out this year of Finest. It's a fun design. I like it. Great photos for pretty much every relevant player in the set. Like everyone who you want to have a card of, they've got a great photo. A couple really cool parallels that didn't make it into later years of Finest. And the numbering is weird. Like this is out of 39, which is very strange. But some people like that, right? Some people like chasing those weird, like blue Exfractors because, hey, it just adds to the challenge and it adds to the uniqueness of the set. So I would say that that's kind of what drives a little bit of that value. Also, PSA 10 Kobe Gold Refractor, right? I mean, there are just going to be people who love that stuff where it just checks all the boxes. I actually couldn't find a PSA 10 sale for like several years. The closest sale that I would say is a BGS 9.5 sold a couple months ago for like $4,600. So I think we have a little bit further to go. I guess it's just a question of like how much of a multiplier do you want to put on a PSA 10 over a 9.5. Some people put a huge multiplier. Some people put a smaller multiplier, but I think we have room to go from here.
Well, let's see what happens here. 10 seconds. Gorgeous card. $5,500 as we sit right now. 5 seconds left. 62 bids. 3 seconds now. Will we see another bid sneak in? Does not appear to be the case. This beautiful card does sell for $5,500. I just want to welcome Turpin Forcer to the show as well. All right, Michael, I love this. I am the proud owner of one of these in a GAI holder as well. 61 Fleer unopened wax pack. These are unbelievable. 5-cent pack. This is a GAI 7 authentic graded pack. You can get Jerry West rookie. You can get Wilt Chamberlain rookie, Oscar Robertson, Elgin Baylor. They have double cards in these sets too. You got Bill Russell cards in this set. Michael, I mean, listen, I love this. I have one in my collection. Tell us your thoughts.
I didn't know that you had one on your PC. This is awesome. I love this. This is I'm not supposed to say this, but this is my favorite piece in the entire auction. Like, this is so cool. I mean, this is how many of these survived. Right? Like, it's just incredible to think about the fact that this pack survived this long. It's a really nice looking pack also. Like, the pack art is very aesthetically pleasing. Kind of a cool piece of like mid-century modern design. And you think about it, I mean, this set is loaded with key rookies, like you said. And even once you get outside the rookies, 2/3 of the players in the checklist are Hall of Famers. Like, if you ever just decide to have a crazy night and open this, you can't be that disappointed no matter what you pull, because you're going to get plenty of Hall of Famers. These are cool. They do like 4,000 to 5,000, kind of depending on the eye appeal of the pack and the grade. I think we have a little bit of room to go here. And yeah, it was just awesome to have this and look at it for a couple of weeks.
No doubt about it. And look at that. A sniper has joined the party. 5 seconds left. 40-50. Will there be? There's a bid to 4,150. And that's going to do it. 41.50 on the GAI 7 1961 Fleer unopened basketball wax pack. Love it. And I wonder if the new owner will, in fact, open that. I know mine will not be open, the one I've been owning that I've had for a few years. All right, guys, next up, we have a 2015 Upper Deck The Cup scripted swatches rookie patch auto, Connor McDavid. This is a BGS 9 copy. You have a 2-color patch right there. We have a true mint plus item on our hands here with Surface coming in at 9.5. Really nice to see that. Connor McDavid is on the ice playing the game right now. Game 7 against the Vancouver Canucks. The score is 0-0 with about 4 minutes left in the first period. And what I can tell you is that the Edmonton Oilers are out shooting the Vancouver Canucks 12-1 right now. So for all intents and purposes, the Oilers, without me watching, seem to be dominating this game. $3,050 right now, Michael. It's a pop 15. There is one higher in a BGS slab. And if I may, Michael, the last comp was $4,400 in February. But Connor McDavid, tonight might advance to the conference final against the Dallas Stars. Michael, what are your thoughts on this piece?
I like it. It's cool. 2-color patch here is nice. The thing that really stands out to me, because we've had a couple McDavid RPAs in 2 or 3 of these cards, actually, the scripted swatches, is the auto. The auto on these can sometimes get a little fuzzy and streaky because you're signing on fabric, right? It's tough. But this is very clean and consistent. So I think that if you are a scripted swatches guy, like this is definitely a pretty key way to upgrade. Even if you're not going up in grade to a BGS 9, you're going up in auto quality.
We're at $3,350. 2 seconds left. There's a bit of $3,905. $3,905 takes it home tonight. And let's see if McDavid can take home the playoff series tonight as well. Here's the second McDavid in a row. This is also from his rookie year, 2015-16. But this is the Exquisite Endorsements rookie patch auto. A nice 2-color patch. Just that autograph is just a blazing right there. Number 2 of 50. Great card. BGS 8.5 with centering 9.5. Edges and surface are 9s. Corners coming in at an 8. Autograph a clean 10. $4,450 as we sit right now, Michael. 10 bids, a minute 20 left. You just made some comments about the scripted swatches RPA of McDavid. What are your thoughts on this piece where he has actually signed the card, not the patch?
I prefer this a little bit more. I think the patch is nice. Again, 2-color patch, that nice little bit of piping, pinstriping. You can actually see all the auto, which is very nice here. Again, the scripted swatches was clean as far as scripted swatches go, but you're still signing on fabric, signing on that nice, really kind of that like ivory cream color cardstock. I think gives a nice backdrop for the auto to stand out. And, it's exquisite. They always do a great job with these cards. They always have a nice, clean design. So very cool piece. I think the last one did 5,500. So we're right there.
All right. Well, we got just under half a minute remaining. 6,655 still. Daniel A wants to call out Connor McDavid's best teammate, Leon Draisaitl, saying that he got to 100 playoff points, third fastest ever behind only Gretzky and Lemieux. And Connor McDavid is probably not too far behind. We've got the 12th bid now, guys, up to 7,197. 4 seconds left on this McDavid RPA. Final call. That's going to do it. $7,197 on this Connor McDavid Exquisite RPA. All right, look at this piece now. This is the Motherload, everybody. We got the Motherload here. 1997 Metal Universe Ken Griffey Jr. Motherload. Die cut insert. Only 5 Gem Mint PSA 10s existing on the population report. I've never owned one of these, Michael, but I have looked at them. And is this thing die cut along these little flower leaf looking things here?
Yep. If you flip it over to that back image, you can see it a little bit better, like the die cut pattern. Yeah. So that's why these are so difficult to get in at 10. I mean, there's just so many different areas where you can get some wear on those corners, tipping, whitening, and then it's a foil surface also. It's a foil surface, kind of like Fleer metal. So as a result, like it's a tough grade. We've sold a bunch of these in like PSA 8s and 9s, not just Griffey, but Barry Bonds, A-Rod, Ripken. They always do pretty well because, I mean, that curve drops off. Once you hit the 9, it's really where it starts to plummet. The last time a 10 sold was 2019, kind of right before the boom. It did about $200, but PSA 8s are doing about $250 right now. So we said, hey, you know what? Like, we'll just toss this in the showcase auction. It's really cool. I mean, it's a Pop 5 Griffey insert from the 90s. Like, that's awesome. And, hey, if it does 2,000, awesome. If it does 4,000, even better. We really are kind of going to be surprised with where it ends either way.
Well, let me just mention, it's the gem rate is 9%, 5 10s out of 56 submitted. So this is a tough card to find, as you mentioned. 4 seconds left now, 2,275. Looks like that might do it on this card on 21 bids. It is going to sell tonight for $2,275. And that's going to bring us to our first Wembanyama card of the evening, 2023 Prism Blue Ice, numbered 13 of 125 copies produced. There's a serial number right up there. This is a PSA 10. Michael Wembanyama, $6,333, minute and a half left, 39 bids. Tell us a little bit about comps and population and whatever else you'd like to on this piece, please.
Pop, you'd be surprised. This card is numbered out of 125, and it's a Pop 50 in PSA 10. Just for whatever reason, that this one has been getting a lot of gems. Last comp was 6,000 about 2 weeks ago. So hey, we're already above that. But I mean, it's kind of easy to get above that because of how excited people are about Wembanyama. I mean, just one of the greatest Rookie of the Year seasons ever. Now he's having more autos and Topps products coming out. Topps Chrome is coming back. I think a lot of people are excited about it, even though, eventually, right, we're going to have to make that jump as collectors from Panini products to Topps Chrome products. I think that just makes people more excited, conversely, like in a weird way, because you want to really get the best of this era and then go into that next era strong with a really great Wemby PC. And also, I think, the reality is that the Spurs are just going to get better and better, as they kind of start drafting smart, trading. And a lot of folks are really wondering, all right, Wembanyama played incredible on his own, with, not to slight anyone on the Spurs, but kind of minimal help. What's going to happen when he starts getting a really good team around him?
Well, that's where the potential really just shines a light on the hobby. We have 8 seconds left, 39 bids, 6,333. Will we see further action in the final 2 seconds? Final call, last opportunity. Nobody takes that opportunity, and this card sells for $6,333. We're going to get to Tyrese Halliburton right now. Michael, this guy's doing things this season. This is his 2020 National Treasures RPA, numbered out of 99. Nice color match across the board, ink, card, and patch. It's a BGS 8.5. We're sitting at $7,588 on 30 bids with a minute 30 left to go here. Subgrades, though, look at this, guys. This is a true 8.5 plus. You're getting surface grade of a 9, so a bit better than the final grade on this piece. Nice 3-color patch with all sorts of movement going on, angles this way, that way. Michael, nice piece here. Tell us your thoughts on the Halliburton and the Pacers.
Yeah, this thing is awesome. I mean, the Pacers, great-looking team. They've got some nice rookie talent helping him out, really being that supporting cast for, he's by far the superstar of the team. And he's really lived up to that superstar role. I mean, you get an incredible contract like he got, just massive contract. I think one of the biggest in the history of the NBA. And, you have high expectations placed on you. And he has lived up to those and smashed them this year. And as a result, like, people love seeing that. People love seeing a guy really live up to the moment. The hobby has always liked Halliburton, but it's gone insane, the past 6 months. And Zach Swisher said in chat, I mean, no better time for this card. And that's right. I mean, he had a good start to the season, quieted down a little bit. And then when the lights were on, he has turned it up. So the last one of these to sell was a BGS 9, did 8,100. I think we might beat that just with how much excitement there is.
Well, we have 7 seconds to beat it. 7,588, 4 seconds. Will we see a bid come through? 30 bids so far. That is going to do it, everybody. 75.88 on the Halliburton with the playoffs still upon him. Next up, we're going to switch sports. We're going to move over to football now, everybody. 1997 Pinnacle, totally certified platinum gold. Only 30 copies produced. This one still has the coding. Who's the player, you may ask? Well, let me tell you, it is Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith's platinum gold, Pinnacle totally certified PSA 10, Michael. Tell us about this. It's a really cool looking card. Is that Dufex? Is this a Dufex card? Do you know?
I know. With the 2 different patterns in it? Yeah.
No. Yeah. I thought that was lenticular. I think Dufex is a type of foil they put on, but I might be wrong about that even.
Yeah, I think so. If you mean that the foil patterns move in 2 different directions, yes.
Okay.
When you have this card and you tilt it, the gold kind of moves in, and then the part inside that football shape kind of goes out, like spirals outward in like a clockwise way. It's really cool. Honestly, these cards are really nice. And this is awesome. So it's a pop 2 and a PSA 10. It's numbered out of 30. Like, pretty hard card to find. The last sale was a PSA 9 like a year ago for $1,000. So this is cheap right now. I mean, this is definitely, if this ended today, it would be the steal of the auction. If this ended right now, it would be the steal of the auction. It's ending today, no matter what. But this card is really cool. You know, Emmett's a guy where I think you can get some value. You know, you think 90s football, a lot of people in the hobby go and gravitate towards Barry Sanders. You know, Emmett's right there with him in terms of all-time greats from that era, and you can get him at kind of a fraction compared to Barry. So save some money, get really cool cards at Emmett, and be a happy collector. But I don't know where this will end, but this has got to go up from here.
Well, it just went to 1,035, and it more than doubles to 2,414 in the final moments of the auction. And congratulations to the new owner on that piece. All right, Michael. These are all, see, I have a thing about, I like patch cards. I like auto patches, but I don't need autos on all my patch cards. Here's a great example of a 2003 Exquisite rookie year. LeBron James, first year of Exquisite as well. Triple jersey, numbered 8 of 10. It's a BGS 9. You got the full body shot. You got 3 beautiful patches, each one of them coming in with 3 colors. This is a really nice card, Michael, and it's first year. Exquisite, first year, LeBron. And if there was an auto on this, you could probably add a 0 to the cost of this thing. But you're at 8,376 for this piece right here. Let's just take a quick look at the back. Jerseys worn by LeBron James in NBA games. So this Upper Deck is telling us this is game worn, multiple game worn, actually, which I love to see, Michael. 8,376, 46 bids, 50 seconds left. Your turn. Please jump in.
This card is awesome. I mean, game worn patches is amazing, and it's a really nice design, good photo. And the thing that really struck me about this is each individual patch is wonderful, right? Stitching, 3 color, multiple breaks on 2 of those patches up top. I mean, that patch on the top right is incredible. So this is a really, really nice example of this card. These do usually like kind of 10 to 11,000, right? Nice, tightly defined range. So I think we're going to get some snipers on this. I would toss the snipers up because this card is awesome. And from our perspective, we got so many people telling us, I'm really excited about this card. I'm watching this card. And there you go, 11-2.
2 snipers jump in there, pull the trigger already. They're protecting each other. 11,029, 12,050. They pull it one more time. That's what I'm talking about. It's a big card. That's an important card. Rookie year, game use patches, LeBron James, first year Exquisite. Well done, bidders. Well done. I just kind of want to sit here and look at this card. I like it so much. But let's keep on going. Oh, I like this one too. This card is really cool, guys. 2014 Upper Deck Ice Signature Swatches Jersey Patch Auto. 1 of 1. There's the 1 of 1 stamp right there. A beautiful patch. Nice 3-color patch with tons of stitching. You can knit a sweater out of this thing, you guys. But look at the autograph. There, it's in silver paint pen. A little bit hard to see in the image, but trust me, it is there. I own a card from this set that is also 1-1, and these are just awesome. It's a BGS 9 as well, mint condition, but this is a Gretzky 1 of 1 with game used patch right there on card auto in silver. Such a classy looking card. I love it, Michael. We're $1,742, 45 bids, 50 seconds left. Please share your thoughts on this card of the great one.
I love this card for like a small detail. I normally do not like Gretzky in Kings uniforms on cards. I don't know why. I know he played there, the second longest. Awesome. Had some great stretches. I just don't like seeing him in Kings uniform. But with this, the black design of the card and the silver ink auto matching perfectly to the black, silver, and white of the patch was the perfect choice. This card needed to be in a Kings uniform, and it needed a patch like that to really make it as great as it is. I have no clue what this will do, but I know that whoever wins it is going to be happy because this is just a really great looking card.
It really is. 7 seconds. It's up to 35.50 now. This thing has doubled since we started. 46.17 now. We are not messing around. Gretzky 101 auto, Upper Deck Ice, LA Kings, gorgeous card. Also approved by the Crystal Ball, Michael Hathaway, 4,617. Congratulations. Color me envious. All right, let's keep on going, guys. We've got a 1997 SPX signed Michael Jordan, PSA 6 on the card, 10 on the auto. Michael, this is not a pack pulled auto, I don't believe, because it does say PSA DNA cert at the top. We have maybe the Upper Deck authenticated hologram serial right there. Tell us about this piece, please.
Yeah, so this is awesome. So really, first off, the base card is fantastic, right? SPX die cut. These cards always look cool. That hollow in the bottom right corner is, to this day, like those hollows are some of the best pieces of card tech ever. Really fun action shot of Jordan kind of going through the key on the left. And then on the back, I mean, the back photo of Jordan is great too. Like Upper Deck really did everything right here. So this card is awesome just aesthetically. And then you go to the signature. Really lovely autograph from Jordan. Very clear, very bold, laid down perfectly. It is a UDA cert. It doesn't have the cert card with it. Full disclosure. This card is gorgeous. It's a pop 3 as a signed card. And the silver version of this sold signed in a BGS 8 or 9 for $5,000 a few months ago. So I expect that's kind of where we're going to go. Closer to that than where we are now, like 43, 44, just because it's a PSA 6.
Well, $4,010. Sniper has decided to squat down and make a decision if he's going to pull the trigger in the final 3 seconds. Will he do it, or does he get nervous and pull out? Looks like he got nervous, backed off. 61 bids, $4,010 on the Jordan SPX autograph. All right. This is another crazy card, you guys. Michael, when I went through the auction earlier today, I stopped and just looked at this card because it's gorgeous. Frank Thomas, everybody. Frank Thomas is 1996 Select Certified Mirror Gold. Only 30 copies. Among the rarest of all important inserts from the 90s. It's a BGS 9 mint condition card. We've got 9.5 centering, though. Edges and surface 9. Corners 8.5. I don't really care about the condition. I don't care about the technical grade on this card. I care about the fact that it is out of 30 and it is awesome. Is this card actually serial numbered, or it's one where we just know the production run?
It was a stated print run, no serial numbering.
Got it. All right. Well, over to you, Michael. A minute left. We're at $6,600 with 39 bids. Tell us what you think of this when you hold it in hand and shine it under the light. How beautiful is it?
This card is stunning. All these mirrors, the mirror blue, the mirror red, the mirror gold, they all look amazing. I mean, really, Select just knocked out of the park on this one. And this thing is stunning in person. It really is. Like, scans and photos don't do it justice. You got to hold this card for yourself. This card is a ghost. So PSA 7 sold like a year and a half ago, but before that, it was like 6 or 7 years until the last sale before that. These mirror golds really, outside of kind of the lesser names in the checklist, they just don't pop up because they are so huge for player collectors that they grab them, they hold on to them, and maybe they trade hands privately between player collectors to try to get something else, but they don't hit the auction block super often. This is already doing a strong number, but this could be somebody throws in a stupid bid right at the end.
Well, let's see if a stupid bid comes our way. Final second, 39 bids. Penny under $6,600 buys the Frank Thomas Select Certified Gold out of 30. This is a monster, you guys, right here. This is an absolute beast of a card. SP Authentic Future Watch Auto Patch from 2005. SP Authentic Alexander Ovechkin. This card has three things I love about it. The first thing is the patch. Look at that. That is the eyeball of the eagle. Hard to get a better patch on an Ovechkin RPA or any Ovechkin card than this patch right here. Let's move down to the auto now. There's the auto laid down beautifully. Here we are almost 20 years later, and that autograph is still just blazing. But I want to show you what I like the most. And it's the picture of him himself. Full body shot in those two ovals going around. The serial number's right there, 41 out of 100. I like it because it ties in so nicely to the Future Watch Auto rookie that he also has in this set. These cards are amazing. His cup RPA is probably what, $50,000 to $150,000. This is, as in my mind, as good of a card. You've got it out of 100 where the cup's out of 99, $7,000 right now, 49 bids, 33 seconds left. Michael, I got to let you jump in and tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, this card is insane. I mean, this patch is just remarkable. I mean, really one of the best patches that you'll see, not just for Ovechkin, but in general. Like on a patch window this small, to get a patch this high quality is remarkable. This is already doing a very strong number, BGS 85 to like 6,900. So we're already above that. And I think we're going to see some more bids stream in. This is a really special card, and just congrats to whoever wins it.
It really is. Final 2 seconds to get any more bids. 7,000. Looks like that might have just sold for $7,000. I think that's good value. Yeah. We'll see if he can score about 30 or 40 more goals. He will break Gretzky's goal record. Okay, here's another one. Same thing, guys. The only difference between this card and that card is that this card is only out of 10. It's from Upper Deck Ice. It's the Ice Premier rookie out of 10. 3-color patch. Beautiful when one of those 3 colors is this copper to go along with blue and white. Nice serial number out of 10. Autograph holding up wonderfully as well. Minute and a half left. 35 bids. $6,200. Michael, I don't know if I like this one better than and I love this card too. Full body shot, but I think I like them both almost evenly. Maybe I might give the nod to this one because it's out of 10. Great looking card. Your thoughts, please.
The thing I'd say, like just purely aesthetic standpoint, I like the in motion shot of him on the Future Watch. I like that a little bit more. But from a card value perspective, I mean, this is out of 10. These are a little bit of tougher grade because Ice is always a little bit of a tough surface grade. So I think that this has a bit more going for it in terms of if you really want to say, what's a premium Ovechkin RPA? This, I think, takes it a little bit more than the Future Watch Patch Auto, even though the Future Watch Patch Auto has like great brand equity built in. The last sale of this was a 9.5. It did $14,000. So, you know, a 9 and a 9.5 are not too far off on a card like this. And this has pretty decent subs. So I think we might even cross 10K. A little ambitious, but I think it's within the realm of possibility.
Well, let's see here. Like you said, 9 to 9.5. To me, it's like, who cares? I want the card. This is a beauty. Someone could pick up this pair tonight. This in the Future Watch Auto Patch. Final seconds. There's a bid to 95.75. We had a few bids coming through, and this is going to go for 95.75. I love this card. I love this copy. Congratulations to the new owner. All right, we're a bit of a hockey run here, Michael. I love the okay, listen, I have to stop myself. I do not love this card, Michael. This is the 1997 SPX Grand Finale. It's a die cut, image, hologram, foil, all cool, all sorts of cool things going on. And it's numbered to only 50 copies. Grand Finales across sports are extremely popular among collectors. For whatever reason, this collector right here doesn't love them. Where do you fall on these, Michael? And just because I don't love them doesn't mean they're not super important, because they are.
I said it with the SPX. I love those holograms. They're so cool to me. They are so interesting. And I love the die cut, like something about the wavy nature of the die cut on that left edge. Like it's such a silly thing to be like, I like this card because of that. But I do. I know that there are some people who bid crazy numbers on them. And I get like, I would rather have a really nice patch auto than this card specifically, I think. But you know, the thing about Gretzky, he doesn't have a ton of really nice patch autos from his playing days. But this is an incredible piece from his playing days. And I think, you know, if you're a Rangers fan, right, this is a huge card because this is probably one of the best Rangers playing day cards for Gretzky. And you've probably been chasing this card since 1997 because they don't pop up super often. So I think this does a good number. I think somebody's going to be really excited. It's a pop one with only one higher. Like it really has the pop count going for it and the condition scarcity going for it. So this has got to trend upward here.
There's opportunity. I'm thinking about bidding on it just because, you know, there's opportunity. I have to think we're going to see more bids here. There it goes from 1,900 to 3,200 in the final moments on bid number 36. I'm not surprised to see that. I was just waiting for that to happen. Congrats to the new owner. I'm sure you're very happy. And hey, that's a beautiful thing about this hobby, Michael. We don't all love the same things, and that's a good thing. It keeps somebody else out of the game. But let's move on to the 2021 National Treasures Basketball Sealed 4-box hobby case. And this is item number 99696, guys. This is not just a pretty brown box. There are basketball cards inside, and very special ones at that, Michael. $6,000 for the case right now. Just about a minute 20 left in the auction. We have 29 bids so far. Can you please just give us some information on what can you pull out of this case, and who do you think the right buyer is for it?
Yeah, so, I mean, when this case came out, it was all Cade Cunningham. Cunningham was really the kind of big rookie going into this. He's definitely fallen off. Detroit's had a rough year. Jalen Green has had a pretty decent career. Rockets need a little bit more cohesion. Jalen Suggs, the Magic are kind of quietly turning into a very good team down there, and he's been a big part of that. So, Sengun also in the Rockets, big pull from this. So I would say that, this is probably going to a breaker or somebody who wants to invest in sealed wax, because this is going to do, this is a 5-figure item, probably a 5-figure item. Again, with Cade having a rough year, it's probably going to hurt the price. But I think this goes to a breaker or a sealed investor, and they're really hoping that Sengun continues to play really well when he comes back from injury.
$7,200 on this brown box right now. 7 seconds to go. Will we see more action? Final opportunity. Snipers on alert. 7,300 gets in just under the wire. Somebody made what Michael Hathaway would call a cheeky bid right on the end. A cheeky bid on the end. Okay, guys. Linchpins. Linchpins are awesome. I'm sad to say I no longer own any 90s linchpins. I had a little collection going. This is the 1998 Michael Jordan mint condition BGS 9. These are awesome. Each of these little pin-like things are actual die-cut holes right through the card, and they're just wicked. Like, look at all this little fireworks of a display behind him. Linchpins they're great. I might have to get back into the linchpins business, Michael. Here we are with Michael Jordan, $5,449, over a minute left, 37 bids. This is one of the best linchpins there is, if not the most important one. Michael, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, listen, anytime you have a major insert from the 90s, who's the biggest pull? It's going to be Jordan every single time. This is no different. Really big card for Jordan collectors, really big card for anybody trying to put this set together. Big card for anyone who just likes collecting inserts from this era. And these are pretty condition sensitive. Obviously, like you said, I mean, you have 24 individual little die cut punches going throughout the card. So your surface is just going to get chewed up. It's a Pop 74 with 34 higher across all grading companies. The last sale for one of these was, I just wrote it down, 6,200. So we got a little bit of room to go here, but I do think that we will end up hitting that.
All right. Well, we're going to find out here in the last 10 seconds of the auction. A sniper has come out to at least pull the trigger one time. There it is, to 5688. 5688 takes it home tonight. Great looking card. And we are going to move on to Steph Curry's 2009 Exquisite rookie autograph, numbered out of 225 copies. But guys, this is a PSA 10 on the card, 10 on the auto. There's a young Steph right there. There's the auto, 137 to 225, back of the card. Michael, $15,600 for this. Do you attribute that to the dual 10s on card and auto? What do you think? That seems like a big number to me, but comp-wise, fill us in.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually kind of cheap right now for a 10-10. The last one did about 22,000. And, these cards are huge. This is by far outside of the NTRPA, which is like so far in the realm of, you're dropping 6 figures for one of those. And so for most people, this is the Steph Curry grail that they're actually going to chase. So as a result, people really go for these cards, even in like a BGS 8, 8.5, you're talking about, into the teens. So this definitely has some room to go. The thing that gets me is he looks so young in this photo. I mean, fresh out of college, he is young, but it's crazy. The design is great. Minimal design, nice photo, hollow foil used really tastefully, filling the negative space. Nice big window to sign. And with a guy like Steph, where he has that gorgeous auto with a lot of moving parts in it, he uses every bit of that space. So I think that this is really nice from that aesthetic standpoint, because he's got one of the best autos in the hobby, and this is one of the best cards to showcase that. So just a really cool piece, massive Steph Grail, and I think we see some more action here at the end.
Very nicely centered autograph, as you mentioned. 5 seconds left, $15,800, $25,855. 2 bids come in. One of them just pumps the price. There we go. That's MC Monday's showcase action for you all. That's what you're here for. And let's keep on going. The Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, 2020 flawless rookie game use patch auto gold, number 10 of 10. That is a beautiful on-card auto. That is a beautiful 3-color patch with mesh, with stitching. And the most important thing is it's flawless. It's just beautiful. They have such nice designs. I love it. Michael, this is a great looking piece. We're at $14,700. These guys, they went up. What, they go up 3-0 in the series, or they go up 3-0 to start the series, or they went up 2-0, I believe.
Yeah, it was either they were up 3-0 or they were up 3-1, and like the one that they lost wasn't even that big a blowout or anything. And then they were on the ropes, and they showed what they did in adversity, and they really overcame it.
And that's what I want to get at. They gave up a 3-1 lead to be tied 3-3, but then they came and won game 7. That is a character win. Back to you, Michael, on the card.
This card is awesome in my opinion, Jeremy. The biggest thing, this is a game-worn patch in a rookie patch auto. You don't get that in NT, and that's why Flawless is such a great value buy. It's still cheaper than NT despite being game-worn. This card is awesome. Very clean signature from Ant-Man. And, listen, clean auto, 3-color patch. The out of 25 does about $8,000 to $9,000 already, so you're not even paying a huge premium. The last time a gold sold, it was for $13,000. I think this has a little bit more room to go, but even then, value buy.
5 seconds, $15,000. 2 seconds now. 17-1 gets in there. Someone said, I like this game used Anthony Edwards card from Flawless. Let's put in a bid and make it ours. Congratulations. Wonderful card. Look at this, though, Michael. Look at this. PMG Red, 97 Metal Universe basketball. Only 90 of these Reds made. This is numbered 50 of 100. You might say, why? You just said 90. Well, the second 90, the first 10 are green. The next 90 are red. They're all numbered out of 100. In any event, these are awesome. PMG Reds, to me, are the ultimate card for anyone who collects any player from the 90s. And this is John Stockton. Well worthy of our love. We're at $9,500. It's a PSA 4. Kind of seems like a low grade, but these are tough to grade. Very sensitive cards. This one looks really nice. You've got some edge issue, but this is common on these cards. You almost expect it. If you don't have it, you might wonder what's going on. Great card. Michael, 54 seconds left, 36 bids, $9,500. Your thoughts, please.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is awesome. I mean, it looks absolutely gorgeous under the light. You rolled this in the light. Looks incredible. Now to the fact that, I mean, this is, Stockton, like one of the best players in the 90s, probably one of the most important, if not the most important Jazz player of all time. Incredible ambassador of the game, key part of the U.S. men's national team. Like, this guy does it all. This card is incredible. They do, kind of those like 4 to 6s always do in that like 10 to 14,000 range, depending on the IPL, right? And like you said, these cards are always going to be tough grades. So it really is about how does each copy look? Where's the chipping? Where's the edge wear? How does it look to my eyes? And you make the decision and you hit that bid button. And I think we're going to see a couple more people hit that bid, get to like 10-5, maybe 11.
Let's see here.
Or not.
We might not. We might stall out there at 9,500, and we do. And I think that's simply because we're at the lower end of that 4 to 6 range. You know, people are still going to bid. They're going to take the grade into consideration, even though I think it's a card like this, it's not as important. If you like the card, this is a nice copy for the grade. I think 9,500 is a fair price on it, personally. Okay. Oh, Tom Brady. Contenders. Rookie ticket auto, PSA 7, authentic auto, which is nice to see that whoever graded this did ask PSA to also put that on there, even though they're most likely authentic. They are pack pulled. We're at $14,603 on 64 bids. Michael, I'm going to ask you to tell us a bit about the population and comps. I know this card. We don't need to say much about this card. We know what this is. If you're in the hobby for more than a few weeks, you know what this card is. It's one of the most important cards out there. That said, Michael, please educate us on the finer details.
This is one of the greatest Brady rookie autos ever because he is in a Patriots uniform. It is a Patriots game uniform, not a practice uniform. It's an on-card auto, and it's from a great brand. This card is awesome. This is a little bit on the lower end of the pop curve. It's 64 with a couple hundred higher. Most of those coming from BGS slabs. BGS used to be a little bit of an easier grade on these. PSA would slap a lot of offs on cards because these came a little short from the factory, but BGS would give you like an 8.5. This card is awesome. They do, in a 7, they do like kind of 16 to 18,000, depending on the eye appeal. Shout out, this is a first-time consigner. Heck of a way to start consigning, right? Send a rookie ticket auto. So this is an incredible card. If you're a Brady guy, I mean, this is a grail. This is the card that you're chasing for years on end, and you can have
autograph
it in like 6 seconds.
Auto is beautiful. $15,003, $17,300 now. Bid number 67 takes it home for $17,300. Congrats to the first-time consigner. Welcome to MC Sports Cards. All right, guys. Next up, the second last card of the night. This is the second time we've seen this card tonight. Am I seeing double? What's going on, Michael? Fill me in. What's going on here?
The one we saw before was card number 72 in the set. This is card number 64 in the set. He has 2 cards. In my opinion, this is a little bit better. I like it's an actual in-motion action shot. The way that they did kind of the editing on the colors is nice because whereas 72 was like they kind of muted the colors. On here, we have that really nice, bold image. What I love is just how stark white that Davison away jersey is and how it works with the stark white, really minimal design of Exquisite. Like it just mirrors itself so well. So really cool piece and just gorgeous hollow foil. Again, because you have that stark white jersey, I think the hollow pops a little bit more on this. These do tend to do a little bit more than the 72. Nothing crazy, 5% more, right? It's still 72 is still a Curry Exquisite rookie auto. But this thing is awesome. And hey, we're at 25, which is right about where the first one ended. I think we could see, 1 or 2 more bids come in right at the end here to kind of try to snag it. But this card is gorgeous. Again, same thing. Really nice design from Exquisite. Huge card. I think the auto is a little bit better on this one. We have a little bit more space for each letter to really take shape. So just an incredible piece. And someone's going to be, I mean, this is like a collection defining card, right?
Sniper has made himself present. We have 10 seconds left in the auction. We're at $25,105. 4 seconds left now. Is he there to protect or is he there to take it down? He was there to protect, and that card will sell for $25,105 to bidder number 58. And that's going to bring us to the final item on the block tonight, Michael. And we are going down. We are going out. We will end this show in style with class. Babe Ruth, 2023, Topps Gilded Collection, Hall of Famer cut signature auto from your New York Yankees, Babe Ruth. 1 of 1. I mean, any Babe Ruth auto is amazing. To have it in a Topps Gilded card, cut auto, gold 101 is just awesome. There's the auto. It's a nice auto. I like it. It looks its age with all that action in the background. Any idea, Michael, what the document is here that he signed? Because we can see his eyebrows and his ball cap in the bottom right corner of the card itself. Tell us about it, please.
Yeah, if I had to guess, it's probably some kind of ad card or trade card. Maybe it would be just looking at the kind of paper stock that it is. It could be from a like a program, either a commemorative program or an actual game program. But I do like that it has it's not just a blank strip. It's not just a government postcard. Instead, it is an actual piece, and you can kind of put yourself in the mentality of you're at a sporting event, and oh my goodness, like Babe Ruth is nearby me. This is walks on water. This man is Americana himself, and here he is, and it's just awesome. These little pieces of history have survived. In terms of value, like Ruth cuts kind of do 8 or 9 grand is like your floor. But then when you get into these premium products, kind of 12 grand is your floor based on the condition of the auto, what the cut is from, exactly what product. You can get anywhere up to like the 18s, high teens. I think we see a little bit more bidding action here. Gilded is a great product. It's a little bit of a newer high-end product, but it's a great product. What? Oh, clock rolled over on us.
I don't know. Yeah, it just sort of ended early there, or did it end early on us? I'm not sure what happened, but
I don't think it ended early. Do you think that maybe it was just like the page didn't refresh when you opened the tab?
That might be it. Maybe it just, I thought I saw the clock counting down, but it sells. And with that, it sells for $13,100. Gennadi's letting us know it froze at 37 seconds on the screen. Well, thanks for that. Neither of us noticed. 13,100 on 40 bids. And there you have it. It is what it is. A great card. And you know what, Michael? I was wondering, like the autograph itself, it does seem, it's a little bit faded, but it's still all there. I like the looks of it. I'm not saying that I wouldn't like it if it was bolder, but that's okay. Still pretty awesome. How do you feel about 13-1 on this piece? Are you happy with that?
Yeah, it sounds about right. Again, right, Gilded is a little bit of a newer product in terms of high-end cuts. So like if this were a Dynasty Ruth cut auto, I would expect more. If this were an old school Donruss cut auto, I would expect more. But for a product where there isn't that collector base of, oh, I love collecting pre-war Hall of Famers or Hall of Famer cuts in this product, which is definitely a thing when you get into collecting these high-end cuts. It takes a little bit of time to build up that brand equity. So that's really what can drive like those last $1,000, $2,000. And also, right, like you said, there is a touch of fading on one or two of the upstrokes. On the upstroke of that B, the kind of top of the curve of the R. So I think that if you really want to nitpick it, somebody might say, well, if those were a little bit fuller, could you get to like 14.5? Yeah, but it's a really nice auto. And I think, again, the fact that you can tell what the source material is, or roughly tell what the source material is, it adds character to the piece. It adds a little bit of uniqueness to the piece. And so I think that on the one hand, like 13, it's a good deal for the buyer, but I think the seller's also happy. And I think if, the buyer takes it to a trade night, brings it to National and wants to trade into a different Babe Ruth piece, they might be able to get a little bit more from somebody who really goes, wow, I love the fact that I can find what this is from. I love that there's a history to the piece. So,
yeah. Very cool. Very cool card. Thank you to Craig's Cards for keeping us posted. 2-0 Oilers over the Vancouver Canucks right now. And that is basically halfway through the second period. So if it continues to go that way, the Oilers might be our finalist for the Western Conference Final against the Dallas Stars. All right, Michael. Well, that's going to do it for this month's showcase auction on MC Sports Cards eBay platform. Michael, great cards tonight. Guys, we will also be back a week from today for the MC Mondays regular auction. MC Mondays Live will be back next week, where we will be reviewing all the items there. And I'd like to, if I can quickly, do you want to do a quick look, Michael, and just sort of see what is coming? All right, let me just bring that up, you guys. I'm just going to go to here. We're going to close that. And here we are. I believe, yes, MC Mondays number 40 is going to go off next Monday. And you can see it right here. 71 items. These ones, it's going to be full of action next Monday, guys. We're going to just bang these off one at a time. Look at that 1952 Bowman Willie Mays. I'm just going to scroll through, give you guys a bit of a taste of what's coming next Monday. All these items are currently at auction on the MC Sports Cards eBay store. So feel free to jump in there. Favorite, add them to your watch list. The ones you might be bidding on, put in your bids early, put them in the middle, put them in late, whenever you're going to put them in, you do you. But remember which ones you are interested in, and then join us here, me and Michael, next Monday. I will have just gotten back from the Montreal Sport Card Expo. I'll be back in this chair, and we will cover these items as they are ending. Michael, is there anything specific you'd like to add or anything about next week's auction that you'd like to mention?
If you scroll back up, there's a huge one for 90s insert collectors. A little bit higher, we have a Tim Duncan high voltage 500 PSA 9, which is a pop 2. And yep, there you go right there. Sorry, it's PSA 10, which is a pop 2. I mean, that's a huge card, gorgeous card. Again, just an incredible piece. So really fun. I think these cards are awesome.
This is the high voltage, not the 500.
Yeah. But anyway, just really stellar cards. Couple cool star rubies for anybody. Oh yeah, ZP's debut, PSA 9, tag patch, some really cool kind of early flawless. We're just hitting a lot of really nice notes, and I think that's what's really nice is we're able to get a really good variety. Obviously, we're always going to have great 90s inserts. We're always going to have some great modern high-end, NT flawless RPAs, but it's all the things that fill in the rest of it. And I love that. And I love that we do get that pretty broad and consistent variety from a lot of great consigners who themselves have really broad, varied collections.
Pedro.
And really one of the more gorgeous Star Rubies designs. Again, like Star Rubies just every single year, they knock it out of the park, but those 99s and the 97s, like they look incredible. And that Kawhi logo patch, that's a cool piece.
That Kawhi is amazing. I'm just trying to, before we let everybody go, we saw that Pedro Martinez there. So of course I'm trying to find something I want to share here with the crowd. Just going to take me another minute to find it, Michael, if you don't mind hanging tight with me.
No, you're good.
Not hanging tough, not New Kids on the Block hanging tough, hanging tight. Just hang tight with me. Sorry, jump back in.
I was going to say, I mean, that's the really fun thing is, the reality is that we have incredible consigners. I think everybody who runs a consignment op says this, but it's true. We have the best consigners out there, and they send us really incredible stuff every single week, every single month. It's always a joy, to go down to that mail pile and see what you got, because it could be a sealed pack from the 60s. It could be a key insert from the 90s. It could be, the latest hyped up NTRPA. It could be a case of sealed product.
Yeah. Cut auto. Here's what I was looking to show you guys. Who's that? Who's that handsome guy with Pedro Martinez right there, huh?
Greatest pitcher of the 90s.
There we go. I got that in Chicago last year. Saw him walking out of the steak. It was during the National. He was there, and I'm like, "Hey, Pedro, let's get a pic. I mean, you've been waiting to have your picture taken with me for years. Let's get this done." He was very gracious and loved my sense of humor. I'm just kidding. All right, Michael, this is fun. Another showcase monthly comes to an end. Back next month yet again for the showcase. We'll be back live next week for our second episode of the month for MC Mondays Live, the regular edition as we just went through. Michael, thank you. Thank you to everybody watching on X. Great audience on X. Thank you guys very much. YouTube, Instagram, of course, LinkedIn, Facebook. Thanks everybody for joining. Thank you for your content and your comments in the chat, everybody. It is Monday night. Have a great rest of the week. Michael, with that, this episode of MC Mondays Live Showcase Edition is now over.